Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about Donald Trump's tax returns and the Supreme Court. It's been a common storyline forever that a new president would supply his tax returns voluntarily upon entering public office. The whole idea has always been to display to the public that even a president is duty bound to file a 1040 and that by supplying it to Congress, there is equity between the highest office in the land and the common people. Now, it's always been complete propaganda, and Americans were satisfied being blissfully ignorant. The question I would ask you, proving what I'm saying or leading you to prove what I'm saying, is how do we know, just because the media has said that a president has handed over their tax returns, that they actually did? We don't have any first-hand knowledge of it ever happening, so why would we believe something that was just stated in the media? That's how you need to think about some of this stuff. So, Donald Trump arrives and refuses to provide his tax returns. Donald Trump has stated numerous times, there is no law requiring me to supply my tax returns. Period. The chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee, a Dickocrat, says Trump must supply his tax returns. So where does this presumptive authority to request Trump's tax info come from? I'm about to tell you. It comes from a precedent-setting case called the Teapot Dome scandal in the 1920s, where a cabinet member of Warren G. Harding's received $400,000 in bribes to provide no-bid leases to oil tycoons in Teapot Dome, Wyoming. Now, the words precedent-setting case may sound official and law-like, but is very far from the truth. Courts use stare decisis, which in Latin means to stand by things decided, to promote and adhere to precedents in making their decisions. Now, I realize that bit of history may sound dry to most of you, but I want you to understand what is really going on. These judges have been using stare decisis and precedents to create law from the bench. This is very important. Judges are witnesses to law. They can't create law. I want you to think about that very clearly. I'm going to say it again. Judges are only witnesses to the law. They cannot create law. Some evidence to back this up is the Supreme Court's explanation that when prior decisions are unworkable or badly reasoned, then following precedents is not only untrustworthy, it's unconstitutional. It's very interesting to note that the Supreme Court granted a stay to keep Trump's records private for the entire 6 years leading up to the midterms, and then, after Republicans won the House, decided to deny Trump's request for privacy. Why? Think about that. Why did the Supreme Court, Justice John Roberts in particular, remove his stay? I believe it's because he knows that the Republicans won the House, they have the majority, they're just not going to go forward with mandating that Trump supply his tax returns. So why? Why is this happening? Because the three distinct branches of government, executive, judicial, and legislative, can't collude. They cannot act together. Why is that? Because the separation of powers doctrine states no branch is allowed to use the powers of the other branches. And in the Supreme Court case Marbury versus Madison, the court established the Constitution as the law of the land and superior to any other federal law, regardless of any precedents before it. But know this, Trump's returns are still in the hands of the Treasury Department. At this point in time, the Treasury is under the gun. Is the Treasury going to go against the Bill of Rights and violate Trump's Fourth Amendment? I don't believe so. So does Trump have to provide his private documents? Hell no.